All right, thanks, Phil. And now we check back in with Amanda Vinicky, who spent the day in Bridgeport as part of our In Your Neighborhood series. Amanda, what do you got?
I'm joined now by Anna Schibrowsky. She is with the Bridgeport Alliance. It is a community organization that is based, obviously, here in Bridgeport. Now we are a year into a pandemic. Tell me, what has it been like on the ground here in Bridgeport?
We've seen that there's a big lack of social services in the city and especially in the neighborhood.
What do you mean by that? What specifically do you think would still help or could have helped this past year that residents haven't been served?
We've seen that other neighborhoods had mass testing sites and mass vaccination sites now, and we haven't had that despite having a huge stadium where that could take place.
Have you been asking for it? You're right. There's a stadium right here, and I know we have asked in conversations. Dr. Ellison already says, yeah, you could see that. Clearly, there is one right next to Wrigley in their Gallagher Way. Have you been asking for one here, and what has the response been?
We haven't been asking the aldermen for it, but the neighborhood groups, we have helped in our own ways. We set up Greater Bridgeport Mutual Aid, which has been helping people since April of last year.
And doing what? How have you been helping?
So Greater Bridgeport Mutual Aid fundraised $40,000 that we have redistributed to the community in the last year in the form of $200 grants and $50 of free groceries that are volunteers shop for, sanitized, and delivered to people's porches.
And is that still going on, or we are coming to what a lot of people think, everyone hoping, is the end of this pandemic?
So we've transitioned to more of a neighbor-to-neighbor direct giving project because we found that what people truly needed was cash to pay their bills. So we're not doing grocery delivery anymore, but we're encouraging neighbors to give to one another. From the neighbors I've talked to, the pandemic is not over. People now owe $12,000 of back rent because they haven't been working since last March. So I think we're going to be dealing with the fallout for quite a while.
What are you doing to prepare for that? It's a question that I've asked some of our elected officials. There's a moratorium right now on evictions, but that rent is going to come due.
Yeah, in December, Greater Bridgeport Mutual Aid partnered with Bridgeport Alliance, CBCAC, and several legal aid organizations to do a housing rights training so people would know their rights around eviction and the moratoriums. And we'll probably hold another one of those when we hear that the moratorium is coming to an end.
And I want to briefly just get back to why do you believe that there hasn't been a mass testing or vaccination site here?
I think that our local elected officials in the ward, Alderman Patrick Daly Thompson and Commissioner John Daly, don't have the political will and are not connected enough with the people in the ward to understand what is needed.
And then briefly also, you did speak previously with Chicago Tonight's Nick Lumberg about a distribution center that is supposed to be planned for here, but you're not happy about it. What's the status?
It is going ahead. We've fought it at every chance we got, but it's past all of the city zoning steps, and it's going ahead. We're going to have actually 2 Amazon facilities in the ward.
Lots of changes here. Thank you so very much once again to Anna Schibrowsky with the Bridgeport Alliance for joining us. Back to you guys in the studio. We'll see you soon with more on the Bridgeport Maritime Museum, with the Chicago Maritime Museum, that is.
Amanda, it's kind of startling to hear public officials with the last name Daly not having the muscle to bring a testing site over to Bridgeport, but thank you very much, and we'll see you in just a bit.